Trouble in Tahiti by Leonard Bernstein, 1952. An audio-described version of a production by Opera North. Characters and costumes. Trouble in Tahiti is set in America in the 1950s. A trio of backing singers, 2 male and 1 female, act as a 1950s version of a Greek chorus, commenting on the action in a smooth swing style. Dressed as in uniform, the men wear mid-brown trousers and lighter brown shirts with ties. The female trio member wears the same colours in a calf-length flared skirt and a simple blouse. Her brown hair is worn in a short waved bob. Dinah and Sam are an affluent married couple in their 30s. Dinah is slim with red blonde waved hair. In 1950s fashion, her light blue short-sleeved dress and red coat have close-fitting bodices and calf-length full skirts. Her coat has a matching pillbox hat, and she always wears high-heeled shoes. After seeing the film Trouble in Tahiti, Dinah imagines a more glamorous self in a halter-neck, sleeveless, full-skirted dress in an exotic floral print. Sam's smart business suit is a dark teal colour, and his image is completed by briefcase, neutral-coloured coat and trilby hat. He attends a gym where he wears shorts and a sleeveless vest which show off his well-developed physique. Sam and Dinah's son Junior is 9 years old. He has short dark hair and glasses and is dressed in a cowboy outfit. Red triangular scarf knotted at his neck, boots, cowboy hat and a toy gun. The set. Trouble in Tahiti opens in an untidy radio studio with bare black walls. From such studios, commercials for consumer goods and advertising jingles reached households. To the left is an overhead microphone on a wheeled metal tripod. An on-air sign is suspended centrally. The kitchen of Sam and Dinah's affluent suburban home is of up-to-the-minute 50s design in blue, yellow and chrome. 2 huge advertisements for consumer goods form the kitchen walls. Sam's office is on the left, and the consulting room of Dinah's analyst is on the right of a dual set between which the action switches. These locations are represented in a simple fashion, Sam's office by a wooden desk with lamp, telephone and family photograph, analyst's office by a coat stand and chair. Other locations include a street with a bench. In Sam's gym, there are bodybuilding posters and a wall-mounted mirror. In a pink-lit fantasy sequence, Dinah imagines Sam, the trio and Junior as characters in Trouble in Tahiti, the film which gives the opera its name. In the studio, a broadcast by the trio is about to take place. 2 trio members are present, 1 male, 1 female, checking their scripts. Opera North, Trouble in Tahiti. The male trio member looks at his watch. Music and libretto by Leonard Bernstein. Just in time, the 3rd trio member arrives. He joins the others round the overhead microphone and strikes a tuning fork. The on-air sign illuminates.
Morning sun kisses the windows, kisses the walls, kisses the windows, kisses the walls of the little white house, kisses the doorknob, kisses the roof, kisses the doorknob and pretty red roof of the little white house in Scarsdale. Friendly sun opens the eyelids, opens the eyes, opens the eyelids, opens the eyes of the husband and wife, kindles their faces, kindles their love, kindles their faces with greetings of love in the little white house in Wellesley. Suburbia, suburbia, our little spot, out of the hubbub, less than an hour by train. Suburbia, suburbia, sweet in the spring, healthful in winter, saves us the bother of summers in May. Morning sun kisses the driveway, kisses kisses the lawn, kisses the flagstones on the front lawn of the little white house, kisses the paper at the front door, kisses the roses around the front door of the little white house in Ozone Park. The little white house, the little white house.
The trio splits as the female singer moves left, then casually files her nails.
Raddy-boo, so-fa, so far, so oughta-be, Moby, so-fa, so far, ever over de boo, Everton over, skiddly-day-da, a Barbanel who bought a Barbanel buys a visa. Raddy-boo.
The studio set divides to reveal Sam and Dinah's stylish blue and yellow kitchen. It's breakfast time. Junior runs around flying his toy aeroplane before joining Sam and Dinah at the table. Sam reads the paper. The trio regroups.
Suburbia parks for the kids, neighborly butchers, less than an hour by train. Morning sun says a good morning. Have a good day, have a good morning. Have a good day in the city today. Joy to your labors till you return. Joy to your labors until you return to the little white house. To the little white house in Highland Park. The little white house, the little white house. Shaker High. The little white house, the little white house. Michigan Falls. The little white house, the little white house. The little white house, the little white house. Skiddly-day, Raddy-boo.
As the on-air sign switches off, the trio departs. In the kitchen, Junior leaves the table and goes.
How could you say the thing that you did?
What is it this time?
In front of the kids.
You were the first to go up in smoke.
Oh, is it my fault?
I just made a joke.
Pass me the toast.
You might have said please.
She passes it quickly, looks away.
Please understand, I don't mean to fight.
Why do you start then?
It's simply not right.
Righteous old Sam, so quick to accuse.
Here we are fighting.
The language you use.
This coffee is burned.
Make it yourself. Every morning it's the same old thing. Lovely way to start the day.
There are things that have to be discussed.
There certainly are.
Dinah stands, arms folded.
Everyone knows that you and Miss Brown.
You mean my secretary?
To talk of the town.
Me and Miss Brown, that homely old bird.
Still young enough to
It's
marry.
simply absurd.
Still young enough.
The subject is closed.
Sam returns to his paper.
I'm sick of this life, day after day, of the same humiliation, day after day, with no consideration of what it means to be a woman. A woman needs so little.
She sits.
A little feeling of warmth.
Sam looks down, head in his hands.
A little feeling of home.
Try, Dinah, try to be kind.
Try, Sam, oh, try to be kind.
Help me to
Help
free
me
you
to
again.
love you again.
Break down this wall we have made.
bars we have made.
Let us try to be kind.
Sam moves to Dinah, puts his hand on her shoulder. She takes his hand.
Have a good day, have a good morning, have a good day in the
Darling,
city.
you know, it's Junior's big day.
Is it his birthday?
Oh no, it's the play.
Oh, I forgot that awful school show.
Junior's the hero.
What time do we go?
At 4 on the dot.
Fine, I'll be there. Sorry, I can't. I'm due at the gym.
Sam, but we promised.
Oh, what's it to him?
Everything, Sam. You really must try.
Dinah, I'm sorry.
He's wearing your tie.
I'm due at the gym.
To hell with the gym.
Don't you see, today's a special day, a handball tournament and
No,
all.
I don't see why it's so important.
Important to me. If I win today, I win the gold cup.
Isn't that dandy?
The tournament cup.
You and your cup. Your ego is wild.
Well, it's important.
But think of your child.
Oh, Junior's all right.
Handball indeed.
You lead your life and leave me to
Oh,
mine.
but you're selfish.
We'll get on
You
fine.
have a child, and he should come
Can't you
first.
stop nagging?
I'm ready to burst.
Oh, this can't be the way. Why can't we once have a friendly conversation? Must we descend to this vulgar demonstration? Once and for all, let's stop this brawling.
Junior returns, witnesses the argument.
Tonight we'll talk it over. Relaxed and candid and free, as grown-up people should be.
Junior puts on his black and yellow cowboy boots and red hat, ready for school. Sam packs his briefcase.
Oh, by the way, my money's run
Oh,
low.
not again now.
My doctor, you know.
Doctor, my foot, an out-and-out fake.
He's a great analyst.
Money they make.
He hands her some
You
notes.
ought to go to.
I'm late for my train.
Dinah kisses Junior. As the light dims, Sam briefly kisses Dinah's cheek. Sam and Junior leave. Junior heads for school on his scooter, waved off by Sam. The trio returns, checking scripts. On the left, Sam's office. Wooden desk with Anglepoise lamp, papers, family photo and phone. On the right, the consulting room of Dinah's analyst with coat stand and chair. Sam at his desk.
Yes? Oh, Mr. Partridge. I'm perfectly fine, thank you. She's well. Yes, exactly what I want to speak to you about. With things as they are, I cannot see how you could ask me again. Now, Mr. Partridge. Yes, I know all that. You've already said that. Ah, but that's just why I have to refuse you. No. No. Yes, I was sure you would finally see it my way. No trouble at all.
A brief, self-satisfied smile.
Goodbye.
Oh, Sam, you're a genius, you marvelous man. Oh, Sam, you're a genius, you marvel of a man. When it comes to the dollar, no one touches marvelous Sam.
Busy Sam takes another call. Dinah arrives at her analyst's.
Yes? Oh, Bill, good morning. I couldn't be better, Bill. She's well. Yes, the check is already and signed and waiting. Now don't be a child, you know it's a pleasure to do it for you. Is it sufficient? Don't be silly, man. Of course I can spare it. You'll return it whenever you want to. Sure. Bye. Hey, don't forget to show up for the handball finals. At 4 on the dot. So long.
Oh, son, you're an angel, you big-hearted man. Oh, son, you're an angel, you good-hearted man. When it comes to the giving, no one touches big-hearted Sam.
Dinah sits in her analyst's office and recounts a dream. Her analyst listens.
I was standing in a garden gone to seed, choked with every kind of weed. There were twisted trees around me, all black against the sky, black and bare and dead and dry. My father called, "Come out of this place." I wanted to go, but there was no way, no sign, no path to show me the way. Then another voice was calling. It barely could be heard. I remember every word. There is a garden. Come with me. Come with me. A shining garden. Come and see. Come and see.
Sam reflects on his family photograph.
Their love will teach us harmony and grace, harmony and grace. Then love will lead
Dinah turns briefly to her analyst, who nods for her to continue.
Then I ran to find the singer. I longed to see his face. He could free me from this place. Every step I took was terror. The ground beneath me burned. Stones were everywhere I turned. And worst of all, there was the noise, angry shouts, furious joyous cries and roar like the roar of millions of flies. Through it all his voice was calling, but now it seemed quite near. Soft and warm and strong and clear, there is a garden. Come with me.
Miss Brown,
Come
will you come in, please?
Back to Sam's office.
Oh, won't you sit down, please? Right there.
He addresses an empty chair.
No, it's only a question that I want answered. Now tell me the truth. Have I ever made any passes at you? Answer the question.
Hand to his forehead.
I've forgotten that. Well, it wasn't much more than an accident, was it, Miss Brown? Simply forget that the incident ever happened.
He sits, picks up a letter, puts it down unread.
The letters can wait. That's all.
Leaves quickly.
His heart who called inside me to touch his hand, just to touch his tender hand, and I knew what he would look like, so handsome, so just my age, just 17. I saw him then, I saw his face, I ran to him, he vanished like smoke, I reached, I called, and I awoke.
Dinah puts on her red hat and coat. From her handbag, she takes her gloves, puts them on as she comes onto the street.
Then love will teach us harmony and grace, harmony and grace. Then love will lead us to a quiet place,
On the street, there is a bench behind which is a large tattered poster showing a romantic couple, a young soldier and his girl. The words, "It's a promise," are written on the poster. Dinah sits down on the bench. Sam, wearing hat and coat, walks by. He sees Dinah, doffs his hat. She moves towards him.
Well, of all people.
I'm on my way to lunch with Susie.
And I've got a date with old AJ. Same old business lunch.
He briefly kisses her cheek.
Too bad we can't have lunch together.
I must run, I'm late already. See you tonight.
See you tonight.
Awkwardly they part, walk away, then pause, their thoughts unheard by each other.
The same party.
We have our little heart.
We have our charm.
We have our little charm. What makes this emptiness?
Tell me when these silences began.
They sit apart on the bench, unaware of each other's presence and thoughts.
Why
They continue to sit, deep in thought, then rise slowly and go their separate ways. Sam leaves first. As Dinah leaves, the poster lifts away, revealing the trio. As the trio sing, they mime the joys of family life in suburbia.
Skiddly-day, lovely day, lovely life, happily married, sweet little son, family picture, second to none. It's a wonderful life, up-to-date kitchen, washing machine, colorful bathrooms and Life magazine, and a little white house in Brookline. Lovely life, Sheraton sofa, Chippendale chair, apple white table, bone chinaware. It's a wonderful life, real solid silver, wine in the soup, two-door sedan and convertible coupe, and a little white house in Elkins Park. Suburbia, 6 days of work, fun every Sunday, golf with their neighbors next door. Suburbia, vitamin B, chlorophyll toothpaste. Who should ask heaven for anything more? Lovely life, oodles of culture over TV, book of the month club, musical tea. It's a wonderful life, happily married, sweet little son, family picture, second to none, in the little white house, in the little white house in Bloomfield. Little white house, the little white house, Berkeley High, the little white house, the little white house, in Delaware Park, the little white house, the little white house, in Beverly Hills, the little white house, the little white house.
Sam's gym. He runs in, holding the gold cup high. Dressed in shorts and vest, towel round his neck, Sam sits, admiring the cup. He's a winner.
There's a law about men. There are men who can make it and men who cannot. There are fish who go swimming and fish who wind up in the pot. There are men who will study the books till Judgment Day and examine the techniques of winners galore. There are men who will practice the rules religiously. Every day they'll improve just a tiny bit more. And they'll put all their soul behind it, all their ego, power, drive, and will and desire behind it. And they'll throw themselves in. But they never will win. They never will win. They never, 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 never will win.
Holding the cup, he swaggers round the gym.
There's a law about men. There are men who are flabby and men who are thin. There are fish who are fattish and fish who are trim in the fin.
Pats his flat stomach, casually lobs his sports gloves towards the waste bin.
There are men who will will sweat out their days in cabinets and be pummeled and badgered and beaten and rolled. There are men who will sweat out their nights in Turkish baths. They'll buy every reducing machine that is sold, and they'll live for a week on lemons and another week on grass and water and crackers and lemons, and lay off of the gin. But they'll never be thin, they'll never be thin, they'll never, 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 never be thin.
Sam watches himself in a mirror, admiring his physique as he demonstrates boxing punches. Flexes his muscles. Copies the pose on a bodybuilding poster.
The winner is born a winner. He never will have to worry about his dinner. He never will have to think about getting thinner. 'Cause he's a winner, a nature boy, a hero in a story with a wonderful sequel. Men are created unequal. There are men that whatever they touch will turn to gold, and their every decision will always be right. There are men that can handle the work of 7 men and still manage to sleep 7 hours a night. You can throw all your weight against them, all your fire, snow, and hail and darkest disaster against them. They'll respond with a grin, for they always will win, they always will win, they always, 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 always will win.
Sam stands triumphant, arms in the air, dashes out. Dinah has been shopping into a movie. She carries a glossy store bag.
What? A movie? What a terrible, awful movie!
She sits.
It's a crime what they put on the screen. I can hardly believe what I've seen.
Pulls off her gloves.
Do they think we're a lot of children? It would bore any 4-year-old. What drivel? What nonsense? What escapist technicolor twaddle? Trouble in Tahiti, indeed.
Takes off her hat.
Trouble in Tahiti, imagine.
From the bag she takes a silky scarf in an exotic print.
There she is, in her inch or two of sorrow.
Drapes it round her, posing.
Floating,
Briefly in silhouette.
floating, all among the floating flowers.
Lights go pink.
Then she sees him, the handsome American.
Fantasy
I
Sam,
must say he's really
wearing tropical garland.
tall and each foot just incredible. Well, they're madly in love, but there's trouble ahead. There's a legend. If a princess marry white man and reign for that day, then the white man shall be sacrificed without delay. Sure enough, on the night of their wedding day, there's a storm like nothing on earth. Tidal waves and Shiroko's and hurricanes. And to top it all off, the volcano erupts as the natives sing. Ah,
Trio wear garlands as islanders.
Away they go crazy with the drumming and the chanting and ritual dance, while the lovers sing a ballad of South Sea romance. It's so lovely, I wish I could think of it. Da-da-dee-da, da-da-da-da. It was called Island Magic, I think it was. Oh, a beautiful song, I remember it now.
Dinah whisks off her coat.
Island
revealing a glamorous dress matching her scarf.
The midnight breezes caress us, and the stars above seem to bless us. That's island magic. Island magic. Well, in any case, the hero is tied to a tree.
Sam is tied up.
Did I tell you he's a flyer who got lost at sea?
Islanders circle him.
Anyway, all the natives are crazy now, running wild with lances and knives, and they pile up the wood for the sacrifice. And the witch doctor comes, and he sets it on fire as the natives sing, Well, at this point comes the good old U.S. Navy, a-singing a song.
Junior marches in.
Down in parachutes, 1,000 strong.
He salutes Dinah,
Everything
rescues Sam.
up and wonderful. Everyone is happy as pie, and they all do a great rumba version of Island Magic, of course. It's a dazzling sight. With the sleek brown native women.
A male trio member poses.
Dancing with the U.S. Navy boys.
Sam salutes. Junior blows smoke from his gun.
And 100-piece symphony orchestra. Island magic.
The pink-lit orchestra members sway as they play.
Countries whisper together, and it's always midsummer weather. That's island magic.
The trio sway like palm trees under a starlit sky.
With the island magic, whispering native words in my ear. Island magic, only you, my darling, could weave it, and I never ever will leave it. It really is mine. Island magic.
Dinah's dream is over.
What a terrible, awful movie. How long have I been standing here chattering? If I don't get going this minute, there won't be any dinner when Sam comes home.
A black curtain falls. In front of the curtain, a weary Sam returns home, carrying his briefcase and cup.
There's a law that a man has to pay for what he gets, and that even the winner must pay through the nose. For there always arrives the moment that the payments begin. And I have to go in, I have to go in, I have to go in. Shadows are spreading.
Sam greets a subdued Junior, who brightens as he admires the cup. They play together with a new toy aeroplane which Sam has brought. A happy moment between father and son. Sam's hand on Junior's shoulder as they go in. The curtain rises to reveal Dinah and a beautifully laid table decked with lighted candles. She serves a special meal. Junior plays nearby.
Isn't it time that we had a talk?
About what, dear?
A talk about us.
Certainly, Sam. I'm ready to hear.
Open and candid.
Whatever you say.
Where to begin?
That's up to you.
Sam takes off his coat. Dinah pours wine. Sam shakes his head, loosens his tie. They sit.
Well then, let's talk. I'm waiting to hear.
Oh, it's impossible.
But you said you want.
How can we talk when you interrupt?
Who's interrupting?
You never shut up.
What have I said?
Oh, it's no use.
Dinah stands, walks away.
Oh, by the way, the carpenter came to finish the frame. Ought to look pretty.
Sam cannot eat. He looks down.
I thought maybe green.
Dinah sees Sam's bowed head. She blows out the candles. Sam looks up at the rising candle smoke.
What did you say?
It doesn't matter.
How was Junior's play?
I didn't go.
Dinah removes her earrings, puts them on the table.
Look, Dinah. Maybe we ought to go out somewhere tonight, huh? A movie or a...
We went last night.
But there's a different one tonight. Just opened, that new musical, something about Tahiti. How about it?
Sure. Why not? Anything. I'll get my hat.
She doesn't move. The kitchen walls part, leaving the couple isolated against a black background.
look inside again,
Take your hand
and face your face again. Look there and find the answer there. Maybe, I don't know.
Sam walks towards Dinah. A lighted cinema screen rises behind them as they turn to face each other. Junior comes to stand between them and slowly takes their hands, looking up at each parent. The family face the screen on which is written "The End." The image goes to silhouette. Then darkness. The curtain rises as the cast of 6 come forward in a line, hand in hand, to take a bow. Charlie Southby, who played Junior, takes his bow. The trio, soprano Fflur, tenor Joseph Shovelton and baritone Nicholas Butterfield, come forward hand in hand. Baritone Quirijn de Lang, who played Sam, takes his bow and acknowledges the orchestra. Soprano Wallis Giunta, who played Dinah, curtsies and acknowledges the orchestra. She moves right and brings conductor Tobias Ringborg onto the stage to take his bow. He leads applause for the orchestra. Cast and conductor take a bow together as the credits roll. Directed for the stage by Matthew Eberhardt. Filming directed by Ross McGibbon. Audio description by Lynn Thornton. This film was a production by Opera North, filmed in partnership with The Space.